Hi, everybody. This is the Pulpwood Queen, Kathy L. Murphy, live from my little cabin in the woods, post International Pulpwood Queens and Timber Guys Book Club Convention for 2022 sharing. I am about to share with you a story. This is the first time in my 22 years of running Girlfriend Weekend that I woke up rested, excited about the year, and at the very end of Girlfriend Weekend, our book club convention, Adriana Trigiani sent me a copy of her latest children's book. Well, I am reading this book to all of you, and hopefully you'll share it with your families and children because it's a story about love. In fact, the book itself is called The House of Love. It's by New York Times bestselling author Adriana Trigiani, and it's illustrated by New York Times bestselling illustrator Amy June Bates. And it includes Valentine's, and that's coming up next. So here's the book. I'm hoping that you all can see it. I am going to flip the camera, so I've got to do that. There we go. And now I'm going to read to you from this marvelous book about Mia Valentina Amore, beautifully illustrated, The House of Love. I love it that the acknowledgments say, for my mom and first librarian, Ida Bonicelli Trigiani. And then from Houses That Have Souls, AGB. And oh, do we love our houses. Here is the first illustration. There was once an old house on the top of a hill with many drafty rooms. Inside there were doors that slammed and stairs that creaked and windows with holes in the glass where the wind whistled through and was surrounded with music. A tall oak tree grew in the front yard, and a sprawling holly tree in the back had plenty of branches for sitting. A big family lived inside. There were 5 girls, 2 boys, a mama, a papa, and a rescue dog named Phyllis. When everyone was home, the rooms exploded with conversation, laughter, and sometimes even an argument. Mia Valentina was the youngest. February 14th was her favorite day of the year because it was Valentine's Day, and her name meant My Valentine. Do you think the kids will be home in time for the party? Mia asked her mother. Absolutely, Mama assured her. What if Grace's game goes into overtime? What if there's another blizzard and they can't get back over the mountain? What if the car breaks down? Mia may have been the youngest, but even she knew everything they owned was old. There's no more snow in the forecast, and the station wagon is in good shape. Mia was relieved. No one in the Moore family would ever miss Valentine's Day. I make sure of that, and you can help. I can? Mia was excited. Mama and Mia climbed the dusty stairs to the attic. Mama found the bin marked Valentine's Day. It was stuffed full of decorations. Red tinsel, long tinsel garlands, glitter hearts, cardboard cupids with velvet arrows, and lace doilies. Mia helped Mama carry the box down to the kitchen. They placed the bin on the antique washing machine. Before we decorate, we must do our chores, Mama smiled. I will help, Mia Valentina promised, and she did. Mia poured bubbly pine soda into a bucket. She dusted the low places while Mama couldn't reach, while Mama dusted the high places where Mia couldn't reach. Mia brushed Phyllis until her coat was shiny, and then she had a shiny red party bow around the pup's neck. Mia watched as Mama washed the windows, careful to clean around the buttons her daughters had glued over the holes in the glass to keep out the cold. Papa wants to get new windows someday, but I like the polka dots myself. Mama stood back and grinned. Me too, Mia agreed. What a wonderful idea. They glued buttons over the holes in the window. The parlor was the saddest room in the house. Sweeping and polishing and buffing would not help it one bit. I really have to do something about this room, Mama said. Dull strips of faded brown wallpaper clung to the walls. May I rip it down? Mia Valentina asked. Yes, but be careful. You never know what you'll find treasure in this old house, Mama said before she went downstairs to straighten up the bedrooms. Mia reached and stretched and pulled and peeled the brown paper off the parlor walls. When she was done, she rolled a shard of the brown paper into a tube and turned it into a telescope. And she spied through the hole like a pirate. "Ahoy there, Mia," Mama said from the doorway as she looked around the parlor. Mia peered at her mother through the paper telescope. Mama looked like she was waving at her through the porthole of a ship. "I knew you'd find a treasure," Mama beamed. A pretty wallpaper with hundreds of roses blooming made a white trellis had been hidden underneath that dull brown wallpaper all along. "It's an inside garden," Mia marveled. "You made it one. Now the room looks like our Appalachian Mountains in the springtime," Mama said as she went to the foyer and she lifted her garden shears out of the basket on the shelf. Mia watched through the polka dot window as Mama stood on her tiptoes and snipped a perfect bare limb with many small branches from the oak tree. She waved at Mia with the branch as she trudged across the yard. Mama shoved the bare branch into a cracked pickle crock. "Good one," she said. Mama stood on her tiptoes again. This time she pulled a bag of gumdrops from the shelf. She strung red, orange, lavender, and green gumdrops with a sewing needle threaded with gold. She made a knot in the thread, which became a loop. Mama handed a gumdrop to Mia, who hung it on the tree. One by one, Mama made them and Mia hung them. Soon the candy tree shimmered with sparkling gumdrops. "Now it's perfect," Mia said. "I have 4 extra gumdrops," Mama placed them in Mia's hand. Mia savored the orange gumdrop, gave the green one to Phyllis, and put the other 2 in her pocket for later. Happy with the tree, Mia and Mama got to work and festooned the old house with decorations from the bin. Top to bottom they went, up the stairs, through the rooms, and down the banister. Every room was bedazzled. Every corner had a cupid. Every door had garland. Mama, she opened her purse and pulled out a handful of lollipops. She put them in an empty flower vase, just like real roses. Then Mama tied a red velvet ribbon around the firewood in the kitchen. Mother and daughter unfurled a garland down the hallway on the way to the parlor. Mama said as she stood in the parlor. "This room is missing something." Mama cut picture frames of construction paper and hung them on the rose-covered walls. "What do you think, Mia Valentina? The frames are empty. What should we do?" "Let's fill them with valentines," Mia suggested. "One for each of my brothers and sisters." "Oh, they would like that," Mama agreed. "After all, amore means love in Italian." So Mama sat down on the floor next to Mia. She made hearts while Mia made art. Mia drew a basketball for Grace because that's what she loves to play. She drew a rocket ship for Helen because she loves science. Massimo loved trucks, as Mia drew one. Olivia wanted a kitten, so Mia drew one with whiskers and eyes. And Bob slept with his baseball mitts, so she drew a baseball. And last, Alina, who spent spare time climbing the holly tree, she got a squirrel. Mama hung the valentines inside the homes. They're funny, Mia Valentina giggled. Mama checked the clock. Oh no, we have to bake before everyone gets home, she cried. Don't worry, Mama, I'll help. Mia followed her mother into the kitchen. Mia helped her mother measure the flour and sugar to sift into a mixing bowl. They mashed butter, cracked eggs, and poured milk into the bowl. Mama whipped the mixture. Mia helped pour the batter into the cupcake tin. Soon the entire house smelled like vanilla. It was time to make the frosting. Mama whisked the soft butter, sugar, and cream. Together they frosted and frosted and frosted until every cupcake had a smooth white cap. They sprinkled and sprinkled and sprinkled the frosting with pink sugar until every cupcake glittered. Whomp! The kitchen door flew open. One by one, Mia's brothers, sisters, Grace, Helen, Massimo, Olivia, Bob, and Elisa poured into the house, followed by Papa, who was so tall and big he brought the chill of winter wind inside. Phyllis began to bark and run around the children as they peeled off their mittens and they hung up their scarves, coats, and hats, and even Bob's baseball glove. How did it go? Mama asked. We won, Grace, the eldest and tallest basketball player on her team, said proudly. Happy Valentine's Day, Papa exclaimed. For you. Papa gave Mama a gold box of chocolate-covered cherries along with a kiss. Time to decorate the kitchen door. Mama opened the junk drawer. Helen grabbed one wheel of Scotch tape, Bob another, and Olivia another. Massimo gathered the loose paper valentines Mama had saved in the bottom of the bin. Careful, Mama said in a loud voice. Those old valentines are family heirlooms. The Namore children formed a shaky pyramid with Mia crawling to the top. The kitchen door was soon covered with old valentines. Hey, kids, be careful, Papa chided them. We aren't a circus act. Since when? Mama winked. And the pyramid collapsed. The pile of Amore children laughed. Mia, show the kids what you made in the parlor, Mama suggested. Oh, my goodness. Look at this picture. The children ran to the parlor at once, causing a traffic jam. Look, roses everywhere, Elsa twirled. And valentines, Mia pointed. The children laughed at the funny valentines, and no one noticed one was missing. No one had made Mia Valentina a valentine. She pretended not to be sad. But she was. The day with Mama had been so special. Could Mama really have forgotten about her? Time to set the table. Papa hollered. The children made a stampede and ran back to the kitchen. Mama sat in the kitchen with her feet up and sampled a chocolate-covered cherry as Papa made the tomato sauce for the macaroni. Soon the polka dot windows were fogged with steam as the pasta boiled on the stove. The children set the table. Papa placed the macaroni, salad, and bread on the table. Mama lit the candles. The family sat down to dinner as the gumdrop tree twinkled in the window and the stack of cupcakes shimmered on the counter. Even though February 14th was Mia's favorite day, the Valentine party just wasn't the same. Phyllis nudged Mia from her place under the table as if she understood. After dinner and games, the 7 Amore children took turns and stood at the bathroom mirror in their pajamas and scrubbed and brushed and rinsed until they glistened. They hung their washcloths up to dry on the antique tub with the lion's feet. Mia climbed into bed. She sunk into the soft mattress like a spoon in vanilla cake batter, and when she heard a crinkle, she sat up and she lifted the blanket, but there was nothing under it. She lifted the sheet. There was nothing there either. She lifted her pillow. There it was. A valentine just for her. Mia had not been forgotten after all. Tomorrow she asked Mama to make a frame and she would hang it in the parlor of roses with the others. Phyllis jumped up onto the bed. Mia grabbed the last 2 gumdrops and gave Phyllis a lavender one. She saved the red one for another day. Mia fell asleep with a smile on her face and her very own valentine in her hand. Here we go. The house on the hill didn't have the best heat or the newest wallpaper or windows with smooth glass, but did have a candy tree. 7 children full of macaroni and cupcakes, and enough valentines to wallpaper the world. It only took one special holiday to make a house with stairs that creaked, doors that slammed, windows that whistled, and a parlor of roses became the house of love. And it turned out there was so much love inside that there weren't enough rooms in the old house to hold it. You all, I wanted to share this very special book from Adriana Trigiani, and I want to tell you about her, boys and girls and families that are listening. There's Valentine's included. And Adriana Trigiani is a New York Times bestselling author of 20 books of fiction and nonfiction. She also writes and directs movies. Adriana is co-founder of the Origin Project, an in-school writing program in Appalachia. She grew up in Big Stone Gap. You have to watch the film. In the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia in a very old house. She lives in Greenwich Village, and her family. Join Adriana on Facebook or Instagram at Adriana Trigiani or visit adrianatrigiani.com. And may I also add, everybody, that right before our Tuesday night book clubs, which will resume soon this month, that right before ours, Adriana has her book club meeting on Facebook too. You have to check it out. You know, the one thing that I've learned, everybody, I'm going to switch back. The one thing I've learned, everybody, from having my girlfriend weekend and my book club convention is how much love there is between our readers and our authors and our tribe of our book club. So much love that we all leave that so recharged with our batteries to go another year in this time of COVID. It's been a tough go. But I have some wonderful pillows that I want to share with you that show the love. This one is from Stephanie Chance from Decorate Ornate that I just love. And this personal pillow that I have carried with me for years and years was from my former Pulpwood Queen, Joyce Jackson Fooch, who was in my original chapter, The Pulpwood Queens of East Texas. It's handmade out of silk and quilted by hand by her. And she passed away from pancreatic cancer. And after she passed away, I went to her estate sale. And I couldn't think of a better thing to keep of hers than this pillow that was on her bed in her home. So share the love, everybody. Read books, wonderful books like The House of Love and all the others of Adriana Trigiani. And I also have to say that as we continue our year of reading all together. It's free now to join the Pulpwood Queens as a book club member. Just go to the official International Pulpwood Queens and Timber Guys book club group page and join. For authors, there is still a charge for membership, but with lots of benefits. So go to the website and www.thepulpwoodqueens.com. Join as an author. You'll get featured in our newsletter and lots of other opportunities like our weekend where you can share your book with readers. And also, today is the last day that you can sign up for our early bird special of Girlfriend Weekend for $1.99. Now, everybody's asking me, are you going to do it live? Are you going to finally do it live in 2023? Well, to be honest with you, we don't know. We have no idea. This COVID-19 and all the variants have thrown us for a loop. But the one thing I know is in these 22 years of my running the book club with my Pulpwood Queen dream team of Mandy Haynes, Betty Hunt Koval, Paul Roberson, and Robert Gwaltney, we're going to make it happen. And whether it's live with a hybrid, because we're always going to have some sort of virtual connection now, because we can bring in people from all over the world, which is what we're reading, books from all over the world. Or we have to have it again as a virtual event. Sign up today. Get your book club members on board. Let's show the world that reading is important. And the one thing I know for all of you watching right now, Marilyn Simon Rothstein, Diane Allen Robinson, Sally Rathbun, everybody that's watching, it's all about big book love. And it's your story, my story, our author's story, all of our stories. So sharing the love. We're coming to Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you all will be my Valentine. Bye for now, and check out everything on our website. It's all there. Thank you so much. And I'm so excited about this year. I hope you're excited too. Till next time, this will be up on my Kathy L. Murphy channel later. So share it with all your friends and subscribe, because all the posts from Girlfriend Weekend, all the panels and everything are going to go up there. Just give us a little time because it takes a while to get them going. Hi, Jacob Marquez. I already miss you. I think he came to every single panel. He's on Reading Corner on Facebook for his group. And I just can't thank you, Jacob, enough. Thank you all. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bye-bye.